Hello everybody, my name is Punk Brock, everyone's favorite punk rock guinea pig VTuber. Now, I know I'm about 15 years late to the party, but I recently dove into the Danganronpa series of games, finishing up a playthrough of Trigger Happy Havoc live on stream, which you can watch after this by clicking the pop-up here. Somewhere. I don't know. I enjoyed it so much, I immediately went to watch the anime. I have thoughts on that. And I thought what better way to reflect on my time with these characters than by mercilessly ranking them from ultimate all the way down to the depths of despair. Obviously, spoilers for this 15-year-old game ahead. And if you don't like my opinions on your comfort character, let me know in the comments and I will make fun of you. Enjoy! Okay, here we have our wonderful list of Hope's Peak students. I spent a lot of time with these guys, all right? I know these guys inside and out. I watched the anime. I played the game. I have opinions. Okay, so Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. I feel like we don't get to know Leon too well for obvious reasons. I mean, look, I already gave you a spoiler alert. If you're watching this video, you know what happens. Leon's the first to die, right? Leon's the first blackened. Leon's lured by Sayaka. He kills kind of, it's just kind of an instinct. It's not really premeditated, but honestly, I feel like the lengths he goes to cover up the crime, they're pretty good, right? Like, he stabs Sayaka. Sayaka tries to stab him. He turns on her and, kills her. But, which whatever. But the way that he tries to cover it up is pretty interesting. Like, he throws the shirt. He uses his baseball. This is a plus for Leon. Is he actually uses his ultimate skills to try and cover up his crime, right? Because he throws the shirt in the incinerator, and then he uses Hiro's crystal ball to try and push the button on the incinerator. Honestly, I don't think Leon's that good of a character. I don't think we really get to know him well. So, for me, he's down in despair. But, the fact that he actually uses his skills to cover up the murder, which I don't know if anyone else really does. I would put him in Clawful. I don't think he's a strong character, but I mean, yeah, I don't think he's a strong character, but I like that he uses his skills. Chihiro Fujisaki. Chihiro is up here, obviously. Like an icon, a hero, the ultimate programmer. I feel like if I was in Danganronpa, I would have Chihiro vibes just as far as I'm gonna be nice to everybody and hopefully everyone will be nice to me. And no one will club me in the back of the head with a dumbbell. They're responsible for alter ego, right? So, I mean, they ultimately kind of posthumously save the day. I think Chihiro's gotta be up here, right? Like a fantastic character, adorable, wonderful, and also long-term storyline implication. I don't think we would have gotten out of Hope's Peak without Chihiro, right? Chihiro's ultimate. Ultimate star in my heart. Mondo's pretty great. Obvious points down for killing Chihiro. It's a weird one with the motives, right? Because Mondo's just I killed my brother. And then Makoto's is yeah, I pissed the bed until I was 10. Wasn't really a fair playing field, but also people do crazy things under pressure. I think Mondo as a character is pretty fantastic. I think there's a high ceiling for Mondo, Again, he's right up here. And I'm not exactly sure. I think I'd maybe go, I don't know, the sauna scene. The sauna scene is pretty fantastic. Full, Yankee wear in the sauna. I'm trying to think of how it's kind of a crime of passion, him killing Chihiro. It's in the moment. It's he's a hot-headed character, and he's built to be a hot-headed character. He reacts, he overreacts. He did take Chihiro from us, which is sad. But I think he's the way he covers up his crime is pretty muddied, right? Because of Byakuya. But I think generally it was pretty smart. He was the way that he tried to cover up, because he switches the locker room and then he destroys Chihiro's e-handbook. But I mean, I guess there was a lot of honor in that as well, right? God, it's a weird. I think he's got to go super high level just because he did kill Chihiro. But I think he is a fantastic character. You can't speak about Mondo without speaking about Taka, right? So I feel like when Taka's introduced, we're down here, right? We're down in despair. He's a nerd. He's a tryhard. He's lawful, good, ACAB, all that. Well, he's not a cop, but he's lawful, good. But then you get to know him, and then, the scene with Mondo in the sauna, that's ultimate. That's up here. But as far as being balanced as a character, I don't know. He came to an untimely end just as he was coming into his own, I think, just as he kind of cracked a little bit. I think he's bearable. I don't think he quite makes super high level. I think the Mondo ship probably would eke him like kind of a bearable plus, but I think he's there for me. I'm sorry. All right. Hifumi. Hifumi is such an interesting character. Because I feel like there's a few characters like this, though, right? Like, I kind of love him, but I also hate him. I think I'm tempted to put him on the same level as Taka, because he is funny. He is good. He just have the craziest character design as far as, like, what is it with animes and, like, a lot of Japanese, like, animation and stuff that makes human characters look like crazy animals? I think he's bearable. He is funny, but he's also, like, he's not the best. Psst, hey, it's me, Punk Brock, just interrupting this video to say, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm going to play all these games in full, probably fan games. I don't know. I'm a big fan of this series. Yes, subscribe. Speaking of the best, you know what rhymes with the best? Celeste. I think Celeste. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this right here. I'm just going to drop this right here, and I'll justify this. I don't think I need to justify this. First off, A+ character design. Like, I think Celeste is probably my favorite character design in the game. She looks incredible. But as far as the character, and this is where I'm gonna delve into the anime a little bit. So if you haven't seen the anime, it's not going to affect my decision that much, but it did kind of shape my opinion a little bit on a couple of characters, and I think Celeste is one of those. Celeste is worse in the anime. The thing I really like about the game and the game dub is that they start her as, like, she's pretending to be European, right? She's kind of generic. I guess, like, Ludenberg sounds kind of like... You know what I read Celeste as? I read Celeste as Belgian for some reason. She's kind of like borderline French. Literally borderline French. She's like borderline French, but also kind of German. So that to me is French plus German equals Belgian. Not really, but shut up. Okay, so I think I started off the game by, like, okay, I really like this character's design, but I'm not 100% sure on the character. And then there's the scene with Hifumi where she has the tea and she kind of, like, cracks for the first time, and it's like, oh, this is a fun character. It's like, she's not Europe. Like, you don't super know that she's not European, but it's like, oh, it's clearly a facade. This is very fun. And then in her trial, Taka and Hifumi's... I like how I put them on the same level. Rest in peace. Taka and Hifumi's murder trial, where, spoiler alert, Celeste is behind it. The way that she cracks is incredible. My reaction to this was giddy. I really liked when she cracks. It's so fun. It's so good. It's such a character, like, that raised... So, like, I think honestly before that, she was bearable plus. She was super high level, but, like, that whole thing, that whole interaction was just, like, ultimate. Absolutely. But the thing I didn't like about that anime was that they didn't do that. They didn't go with the, like, accent. They kind of just, like, made her, like, quite well-spoken American, and then she kind of just gets, like, a bit more, like, gritty and in your face and angry when she gets, emotional. But yeah, again, the game, incredible. I love that she starts kind of like faux European, and then it's like, oh wait, it's all a ruse, which makes sense because, like, I assume in the original she's... I don't know. Well, maybe I should have looked this up. I'm sorry. You can let me know in the comments. But in the original, she has, like, she's called Celestia Ludenberg, right? But then it's like, oh no, her name's actually, like, Japanese. So she's faking it. She's faking an accent. But you don't really get that in the anime because it's just like she goes from American to American. But anyway, regardless, she's ultimate. She's great. She's fantastic. Sakura, is there any doubt of Sakura's ultimate status? Like, if you're, like, let's say this is a strictly, like, well, Actually, no, I'm opening up a whole can of worms for myself there. I was gonna say let's say this is like a battle royale situation. I mean, if it's a battle royale situation as far as like purely physical fighting, I think Sakura would win. I'm looking at like Mukuro Ikusaba, but like she's a soldier, so she's probably skilled. But like Sakura is ultimate. Sakura is amazing, an incredible character, an absolute girl boss. Did not deserve the end. Truly the best of anyone here. I don't even need to justify myself here. Sakura is ultimate. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, like somewhere hidden in the school. The ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Now, we don't super get to know a lot about Mukuro, right? Aside from, being one of the most memeable bits from the game. I watched that cutscene 17 times. I would say as far as Mukuro, we don't get to know a lot of her character, so she's like, I can't really justify putting her higher than bearable. But I love the character design. I think like the shot of her, like this picture basically, where she's like in her like fatigues and stuff with like a gun, where she's like the ultimate soldier. I think it's a super cool visual. But we just don't get to know her. She's killed off immediately. She's a bit of a legend. I think I've got to put her in bearable. Just because of how, like, legendary her name is and how, like, her legacy. But I wish we kind of got to know that character a bit better. I feel like that would have been a fun character. All right. We got to put these two together, right? So we have Toko and we have Genocide Jill /Jack /anime Genocider Show, which I assume is from the Japanese translation. Now, I feel like as I was playing this game, I think the fun thing about playing this game on stream is because I got a lot of people's immediate reactions to the characters and people's judgment of the characters. People were very divided on Toko. I think more than any other character, people would come into chat and be like, I hate Toko. Like, I hate Toko. She is the worst. Well, fuck you. I love Toko. Toko is an amazing character. Toko is I think Toko is ultimate for me. Toko's so fun. I didn't understand Toko, I think, until you really put her together with Byakuya and you reveal the Genocide Jill stuff. I think that's when she comes into her own. But she's just like, I think some of her animation, some of her like sprites are like absolutely iconic. I love Toko. She's so fun. She's so fun. Like, I didn't super get the what they were going for with the character until, you have the kind of duality with Genocide Jill. But I mean, the fun thing is, like, she's also kind of awful. She's awful, but she's so fun. I love her. She's great. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. The Genocide Jill Jack is like, I'm not gonna say they're ultimate. They're very fun, but they don't have the same appeal to me as Toko does. I think they're bearable super high level. I think I'd probably put them super high level because, they're part and parcel of Toko. And I think without that, you wouldn't kind of get the duality. I think it's such a fun reveal. It's the second case, right? It's such a fun reveal 2K, like in the second case where it's just like, oh, this like weird stuttering like high school girl, oh, she's a fucking serial killer. Don't worry about it though. She's chill. Super fun. The tongue, what that tongue do? That's all I'm saying. Makoto Naegi. The thing with Makoto is, like, I don't really have opinions on him because, like, he's a self-insert, right? He's a player character. I've had this conversation before. He's designed to be kind of a self-insert. So you can't really get, like, a super accurate gauge of him as a character because, like, he's you, right? He's you. But I guess if I'm going off the anime where it's just like, he's not you, he's a character you're watching, there's nothing to him. There's nothing to him. I've got to put him in despair. Like, there's nothing to Makoto. Makoto could be anyone. And that's well, maybe no. He's lucky. He's lucky to be in this list, all right? He's in despair. Kyoko Kirigiri. Kyoko, I think, was my when they line out the 16 characters, right? And they're like, here's everybody you're going to be playing with for the next 50 hours or whatever. Kyoko definitely caught my eye. Kyoko is like one of my favorite character designs. I also just really like the color purple. Not the movie. I'm sure it's fine. Never seen it. But just very fun character. And I like Kyoko was the first character where I think they do a really good job with Kyoko where the mystery is like, look, I called it. I think you can go back to the first stream of me playing it and I'm like, "Oh, she's the ultimate detective." And then yeah, when it's revealed, it's like, "Yeah, that makes sense." Because how does she know all this? I think okay, here's the points up for Kyoko. She's very cute. I like the design very much. Points down for Kyoko is like she's bad at sharing. Like the thing okay, so my initial instinct when playing the game was, oh, Kyoko's gonna be like the tutorial character. She's gonna tell you how to do the investigations, and then she's gonna be the person that's murdered in the second case. I was very wrong, obviously. She's in it till the end. She's a core part of the entire game. But that's what it felt like to me because she's always just like, it's a weird dynamic with the game though, right? Where it's like Byakuya is the same, and we'll get to him. We'll get to him next. Where they're like, oh, we're not really going to tell you the answers, but we know the answers. We know what could save everybody, but we're just going to keep it to ourselves, and you can figure it out, right? I know it's a video game, all right? I know it's a video game. I love Kyoko. I think she's super high level. I don't think she's quite ultimate, but she's very, very good. Fucking Byakuya, this little bitch. So for the first, I want to say, like, 20 hours of this game, I could not for the life of me pronounce Byakuya's name. Byakuya, Byakuya, Bukaki, and other such names. But Byakuya is his name. He is a little shit bitch. He's a spoiled, little, annoying, like, arsehole of a character. But God, he's a fun character, right? And I think this is one where the anime made me appreciate this character. He's more fun in the anime, I think. I think it pains me to do it, but I think he's super high level. He's a great character. And again, I do not like him, but he's a very good character. And he's very good for the dynamic. The opposite of that, Hiro. I never liked Hiro. Come at me. I feel like Hiro will probably have his defenders, but this is my least favorite character in the game by a long way. I didn't super like him in the game. I kept thinking he was going to die because I was like, this character has nothing. Like, he's the worst ultimate. Like, how is he the ultimate clairvoyant? He has a 30% success rate. I have a 30% success rate in Fortnite. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. What solidified his despair status for me is the anime. I don't know why the choice was made to give him the surfer bra like accent in the anime. He sounds like an Adam Sandler character. Terrible character, and I hate him. And I cannot believe he made it to the end. But characters that made it to the end that I love, here's the thing. I love Aoi. She was one of my favorite characters in the playthrough. I don't know if I can put her at ultimate. That's a struggle for me. Like, I love Aoi. She's so cute. She's so fun. She's such a, her and Sakura. I almost just want to put her in ultimate just so her and Sakura can be together, But, like, I don't know if she's enough of a character to justify it. She's really cute and she's really fun, and I do love her. Do you know what knocks it down? Is the second ending in, is it the fifth trial? Yeah, it's the fifth trial where if you kind of like call Kyoko out, you get the quote unquote bad ending where Kyoko dies, and then Makoto and Hiro down here in despair together both have kids with Aoi, which is a fun thing that's paid off because it's alluded to in their free talk together. That is fun. But Aoi definitely deserves better than that. Aoi deserves to be like at least 2 tiers above these idiots. I think Aoi's super high level. I would love to put her in ultimate, but she just isn't. She just isn't. Let's start with Sayaka. Sayaka's a hard one because I think she might be down here in claw. She's either clawful or bearable. Just like, I've been saying clawful and bearable and not being like, you like the bear puns, eh? Monokuma, I can't believe Monokuma isn't on this tier list. Monokuma would be ultimate, obviously. Sayaka, I like the fun like rug pull with Sayaka. I like they pulled like an heiress where they're like, here's this like really fun character that you're gonna like grow attached to, and we're gonna spend like the first 10 hours of the game with this character. Oh, she died. She's dead. Oh, and guess what? She wanted to kill you because you're a friggin' simp. I think she's clawful. I don't think she deserves bearable. It's just she doesn't have enough, and also she turned on us. All right, her reason wasn't that great. Oh, you wanted to be with your friends, so you want to kill me? I'm your friend. It's hard to tell with these smaller pictures. I read this first one. Let's say, God, am I wrong? I'm gonna look at my PC. I can't see that. I think the key differential between Junko and Mukuro, as far as the playing Junko, I'm saying Junko an awful lot, is the freckles, right? And I can't see the freckles. So for the sake of look, you can write in the comments all you like, all right? But for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to say the one on the left is Mukuro and the one on the right is Junko, okay? So this is Mukuro as Junko. So, I mean, we can't rank her as high as Mukuro on her own. She's probably clawful. Maybe, I don't think she's quite despair. Because it like, what a fun twist. What a fun twist that, like, I didn't see it coming necessarily. I knew there was something suspicious about the fact that you know what it was, though? You know what? This is where, like, the larger fandom or whatever kind of, like, gave me more of it. This is the interesting thing about games. I'm, like, playing on stream. I realized that, like, every time I would, like, bring Junko up, people would be like, oh, Junko's a really popular cosplay. And I was like, but she dies, like, immediately. Could she really be that popular of a character? And everyone's just like, absolutely stone-faced, just like, we're not going to say anything. We're not going to say anything. So I was like, I kind of had a feeling that there was something going on with why Junko died so early. And yeah, it was Mukuro. Spoiler alert. I think she's clawful just because we don't get to know her. Again, it's the same kind of reason as both of these characters. I don't want to rank them despair because I didn't get to know them well enough to either hate them or love them. So, yeah, Mukuro as Junko is clawful. Now, Junko. Oh, no. You get out of despair. Junko, you get out of despair right now. You don't belong there. I'm just going to float her. Junko, what a fun, like, incredible character design. Such a fun reveal and a fun twist that like, so well paid off as well. Like, the allusions back to, like, people saying, like, oh, you don't look like your photos, and her being like, oh, it's Photoshop. Oh, mwah. So good. So fun. It would be an insult to put her anything but ultimate or super high level, right? I'm tempted to put a super high level just because, like, I don't, let's rank the personalities, right? Because there's, like, Uwu. It's like Uwu Junko. And that's pretty good. That's bearable. There's, like, Mommy Junko, Mommy Teacher Glasses Junko, ultimate, obviously. JoJo's Junko is, like, I didn't get JoJo's Junko in the game. I thought the voice actor was like, what is this voice? And it was like, oh, it's a you're doing a bunch of different voices. This is fun. I thought that was, I didn't love that one. Then there's, like, the really sad mushroom hair Junko, which is kind of, like, down here. But then, like, metal horns, tongue out, loud, obnoxious Junko is pretty ultimate. I think she's super high level. Like, very good character design, very fun character, but, like, doesn't quite reach the peak of. Okay, let's just, like, look over it. So, ultimate, we have Chihiro, we have Celeste, we have Sakura, we have Toko. Wouldn't change any of them. Super high level. Okay, so Mondo, Genocide Jill Jack Show, Kyoko, Byakuya, you little bitch, Hina Aoi, Junko. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Bearable, we have Taka, Hifumi, and Mukuro Ikusawa. Happy with that. Like, all characters that I like, but I didn't love. Clawful, we got Leon, we have Sayaka, and we have Mukuro as Junko. I think that's, for me, that's fair. That's characters that, like, I didn't really get to know, but I didn't love. And then Despair, we have Makoto, and we have Hiro. Don't at me, or do. Whatever, you cowards! Goodbye! So that's it. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm going to be streaming all the Danganronpa games, so if you like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. Please come hang out in one of my live streams or watch the VODs. They're always there. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.